Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this MWE or Make Win Easy game table. So this was provided to me by the distributors, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description, and if you use that link it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost anything extra. So I do want to point out this is very heavy. It has handles on the side. When I got it they were taped closed, but I was able to cut them open because you really want two people to lift this. So I'm not sure how I'm going to get it out, so I'm going to start hacking into it and try and get this out of the box. Once I get it open, we'll take a look at it. Okay, so I have the top cracked open. There's a piece of wood in there, and then we have a contact card in the manual. Let's take a quick look at it. Now I'm not going to cover everything in here. You want to read through it on your own. We have the contents, shows the parts. So you have the panel and the legs, it's power adapter, antenna. This talks about assembling it. And then we have product overview about Google and pre-installed games and troubleshooting. So I'll work on getting the rest of this out of here. Okay, so I have all the parts out. It looks pretty straightforward to assemble. I'm going to flip this over so I have access to the backside. I'm going to install the feet directly on the panel because you can use this standalone, and then I will install the legs. Here's a close-up of the bottom. It looks like we have speaker grills maybe on both sides. Here are the ports. We have two USB, HDMI, probably Wi-Fi antenna, power, and power cable. And then we have vents here, and this part itself is very heavy. Now I'm going to install the rubber feet here and then the legs here. So these are the different parts. We have long screws for the rubber feet, short screws for the legs. They have washers, should be a washer for each screw, and then we have a hex key, and it even has a ball driver on it. Okay, I have the whole thing assembled. Now I put all of the screws in, and I didn't tighten them up all the way until I had the whole thing put together, and then I went back through and tightened everything up. I tightened the crossbar first, and then I tightened all of the legs. Now I've assembled lots of furniture in my life and lots of things in general, and sometimes you can have bad threads, or you can have sharp edges. I would say this went together smoothly, didn't have any of those issues. It was real nice. Felt like high quality. I put the power supply in. That's 24 volts at 4 amps, so it's about 100 watts. It also had plugs on both the legs so you could route the cable through the legs so it comes out the bottom. But I just plugged it in as is, so I'll flip this over now. So this is a 32-inch screen. So we have a 32-inch diagonal on it. Now this dimension is about 39 1/4, and these are approximate, not exact. And that's about 22 3/4. Height is about 21 3/4. Now this is on carpet, so it's hard to measure exactly. And there are rubber grips on both of these legs, so if it was on a smooth floor, it shouldn't slide super easy. So to boot this up, we need to plug it in. I'm actually just going to use a portable power station. Because of the location where I'm filming this, it's just easier. But you could power this with a portable power station. I'm guessing even a small one like this would run for a couple hours, especially if you had this in the middle of the room, say during a party or something. So I'm going to press that button to start it up. Now the button does stay in when you press it. So here it's booting. Okay, so this is going to have a startup. I may have to skip through some of this, but I'll run through this and I'll come back after it's done. Okay, so we have the tablet up. It has a really nice background on it. This looks really nice. So I'm going to get familiar with this first, and then I'll come back and I'll do some demonstrating. Okay, so I played around with this a bit, and I'll go over a couple of the features. So it's like a giant Android tablet. It's running Android 13. So this has 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gigabytes of storage, and this is running Android 13. So we have Chrome browser here. You can pull up websites. Here we have Wikipedia. It's multi-touch, so we can zoom in. We have Play Store, so you can download games and apps. It has Clock app. Now there's some things here that don't quite work. We have sound recorder, we have camera, I think somewhere over here, camera. Now there's no microphone or camera built into this that I've seen, but you could in theory hook up a webcam to this if you want to use those features. Then we have HDMI if you want to hook in another gaming system. We have Meet, some standard apps. This is a nice feature, it's MagicBoard. So we can draw with this. So you can do art. So we can change colors. We can change the thickness. And it's also multi-touch. So we have Tabletopia. So we have a number of games here. And that did take a while to load. So let's just go back to the top. Here's a game called 1000. It looks like a card game. You hit download, and this will download the game, and then you can play it. So I'm not sure how to play this game, but we can tap to continue here and maybe draw cards or something. I'm not sure, but you can play the games. Then we can hit the menu up here if we want to go back to the main menu. So there's lots of games here. Next one is BGA. So that's Board Game Arena. And this has a lot more games. This comes up a little faster. So I just logged in. I don't think it was required, but this has a lot of games here. So we can go to games. So I already played Yahtzee, but there are lots of games and there's filters here. Let's see, we want to go to filters. So we have number of players, we can say 2, and we can say playtime, short game, complexity, casual, and it will show us results. So for instance, I was playing Yahtzee earlier. We'll tap on that, and I'll hit start. Now it's going to search for players. Now some games you can play with multiple people. I'll say accept. And the other player is playing right now. And now it's my turn. So I can roll mine. And then I can tap my score. So I get points for playing. It doesn't like me to quit, and I feel bad I'm leaving the person. So typically you don't want to just pop in and out of games. But there are lots of games here to play. Now this is the Board Game Arena, and this is kind of its own system. And then we have the Tabletopia. Of course, this will just run Android apps also, so we have Candy Crush Saga. And this is playing in the landscape mode. You can hear speakers there. And we can play that. Now it's not huge, it's smaller on the screen for some reason, but that's probably fine too. It's easier to play that way. Now there is Fruit Ninja. And I'm going to turn that sound down. So I'll play this. Now I didn't find this super easy on here. There's a little bit of friction on the screen because it is glass. I mean, but that's really no different from a phone. But it works pretty good. I'm not an expert at this game. And then we have games like Sorry. So this is from the Android store also. And these were all free. You can also purchase games. I think I got on the wrong screen. Earlier I was able to play. I think I hit the wrong setting. But you can play Android games. So along with games, you can do other things like do Google Earth. So I think this is a neat feature of the table. I'll just say new, map project. And I have Earth here. I can go zoom in. We see St. Louis here. If I zoom in enough, we should see the Gateway Arch. And here we have the St. Louis Arch. So this can be cool to just explore on. And you can search for things too. Here we have the Grand Canyon. And here we have Devil's Tower. So that's another fun feature of this table. So since this is running Android OS, there's countless things you can do with this. Now I'm currently sitting on a chair while I sit on this. It's a dining room table chair, and it's probably 4 to 5 inches lower than the table. So you could get a smaller chair if you want to slide under this for a single person to use, but people could sit around this just like you would a coffee table. So that's the MWE game table. This is a really solid table, has a glass top on it, and it has a 32-inch, essentially Android tablet in it. So it has tons of functionality. It has multiple apps built in to play board games, but then you can also download standard Android apps. You can even plug in HDMI devices, so you could plug a PC or a gaming system into it. Now when you're not using this as an Android gaming table, you can also just use this as a table, so you could build puzzles on this or play traditional board games also. I found this very easy to set up and use. If you've ever set up an Android tablet, it works pretty much the same. It doesn't seem to have bloatware on it. It has some useful apps. It has the MagicBoard, Tabletopia, and Board Game Arena, but otherwise it's pretty bare bones. So once you log into a Google account, you can access the Google Play Store and download other apps. So this would be great in a gaming room, maybe in an office. If you have a business, you could put this in a waiting room, or you could put it in a living room and use it sort of like a coffee table or an end table. So if you're looking for something new for game night, I think this is a great option. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.